Okay, here's another example of some parent functions, and this is going to be the cube root. So as before, we can see our horizontal shift pretty easily, hopefully by now, after doing these other functions. And this is my vertical shift, so we identify that. It's going to be opposite sign, horizontal shift. Opposite sign is -1. And my vertical shift, same sign, is -2. Now, I'm sorry about these because I made these all first ones kind of opposite signs because I thought that's what would work out, but then I forgot that you actually change the sign, so they're all going to basically have the same sign if they have opposite signs when they're set up. So sorry about that because they can be different signs. It just happens to work out that way. Anyway, so my horizontal shift is opposite sign -1. My vertical shift is same sign -2. This is my shape equation without this, so I've got to put some values in. So I've got 0, the cube root of 0 is 0. A 1, the cube root of 1 is 1. Or -1, let's start with -1. The cube root of -1 is -1, because -1 times -1 times -1 is -1. And the cube root of 1 is 1. And now we have to find the next cube root, and I don't know the cube root of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so I got to go to my next perfect cube, which is 8. So the cube root of -8 is -2, because -2 times -2 times -2 is -8, and the cube root of +8 is +2. So I have to use these numbers here. Okay. All right. So now we're ready to graph it. And that's one of my cats having his opinion of this whole thing. So my horizontal shift is going to be 1 to the left, down 2. So I'll go 1 to the left, down 2, 1, 2. Kind of using opposite colors on these. I don't know. I should have thought about that. Okay. So there's my shift, -1, down 2. And then these are my shape equation points. And I'm going to go -1, so I'm going to go down 1. Or 1 to the left, down 1. And I'm going to go 1 to the right, up 1. Now I'm going to go 8 to the left, down 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be way over here. And down 2. So it's going to be way over here. And then I'm going to go 8 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up 2. So probably about there. And there's going to be my curve. So I can start over here, come up, and kind of like the other one, it's going to flatten out right at that point, and then curve, then change directions. And it kind of looks like an elongated S. And try to flatten out just a little bit there. Okay. Okay, let's try another one. Over here, my horizontal shift is opposite sign, so my horizontal shift will be +2, and my vertical shift will be +1. And my shape equation is the same. Cube root of x. All right. So I'll just use these points again because it's the same. All right. So find my shift, +1, 2. So up 2 to the right, up 1. Up 2 to the right, up 1. Be red if I can stay consistent, although it probably should be green to go with these numbers, pardon me. Anyway, so there's my center point, 2 to the right, up 2, and my vertical shift, my vertical shift is 1, so 2 to the right, 2 to the right, positive 2, up 1, pardon me. And my shape equation is the same, so I can use these points. Let me find my other points. Okay, so I'm going to go 1 to the left, down 1, and 1 to the right, up 1. And then 8 to the left. That's 8, and then down 2. And 8 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be over here probably. And up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something like this. And it's going to go up probably about up 2. So it'll be something like around here. I don't want to make it too big because it's going to go into that graph. That's going to be up 2 because these are kind of lined up. Okay. So it'll go something like this. I'm getting into my other graph. Kind of flatten that out a little bit, bring it up, and it goes like this. And there you go, something like that. And it looks like, again, like a S, an elongated S. You can think of that. Okay. And another one over here. So again, my horizontal shift is going to be opposite sign, so my horizontal shift will be 1, positive 1. And my vertical shift will be positive 2. And my shape equation is going to be a little bit different now because my shape equation equals y equals negative the cube root of x. So I got 0, negative 1, 1, and I want perfect cube, so I'm going to use negative 8 and 8. And the cube root of 0, 0, the cube root of negative 1 is negative 1, but I've got a negative that, so a negative times a negative is a positive, so that makes that positive 1. Cube root of 1 is 1, but with a negative makes it negative 1. So reverses the sign. The cube root of negative 8 is negative 2, with a negative makes it positive 2. And the cube root of 8 is 2, but with a negative makes it negative 2. So it kind of flips the signs over here. So my shift is going to be 1 to the right, up 2, up 1, up 2. That's coming from here. And then my points, which come from here, so I kind of flip my colors. Like I said, I'm sorry about that. Usually more consistent with that. So now I'm going to go 1 to the left, up 1, 1 to the right, down 1. And it kind of looks like x cubed from here, but then I'm going to go 8 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up 2, 1, 2. So it's going to be something like that. And I'm going to go 8 to the right. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down 2. So something like that. So it's going to be around in that area. So now I'm going to erase this so it's out of the way a little bit. And you could do that and then just kind of make the arrow here, you see. So it doesn't get on your graph, and you kind of see how it's going to go anyway. So that kind of helps you with the shape. And then this is going to go like this. Come down here like this, kind of almost flatten out, or be vertical right there just for a moment, and come over like to that point over there. Now, this one was a shape like a elongated S. This is shaped like an elongated Z. So that's what you have there. And just to be neat and tidy, we'll get rid of this little guide point that I did for the last one. There you go. So there's negative the cube root of x, like a Z or an elongated Z. Is that all right? Hope that makes sense.